Hey everyone, Greta Kelly here from Knitters and Critters. I'm on my own today. My better half, Claudia, is not feeling well, so bear with me. I'm going to be going through all of my highlights of episode 34 of Critical Role. As always, this is going to be filled with spoilers. If you have not watched episodes 33 or 34 yet, go and do that. They are hands down the best episodes of the campaign so far. You are missing out on a whole lot. And oh my God, episode 34. So, as you guys all know, since you've watched it, you came and watched it, you came back. The episode opened after that flash of white light. And I had no idea what to expect here. I was getting some serious exploding tree vibes from Calamity. I was like real worried that everyone had just immediately died. Of course, that's not quite what happened. Something about the release of psychic energy seemed to like unearth a bunch of memories from the Bell's Hells. Like Fresh Cut Grass saw like their ancient past, and Ashton got memories from their early childhood. And interestingly, Imogen got a few memories of her mother. And I think that's interesting. It really like deepens the whole mystery surrounding Imogen and her mother, because later on in the episode, I believe she said that she didn't think she had any memories of her mother. She always assumed or was told that her mother left shortly after she was born. So I'm kind of wondering if it's like a Bertie Calloway situation where maybe her memory was modified and her mother had to leave, and maybe she erased all memory of herself from Imogen, which would be really tragic because it obviously did nothing to protect Imogen from the hell that is Odahan Thule. And I really do think it is hell. Somehow Imogen did manage to like psychically shove Odahan away and like the white light vanished. But I thought it was really interesting that Odahan remained away. Obviously she was insanely overpowered, and if she had wanted to take everyone who was left captive, she could have. So I'm really curious as to why, because it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like it was too easy an escape for the Bell's Hells. But I'm getting ahead of myself because, of course, the moment that the white light fades and they see themselves in the middle of that crater, it restarted the initiative order, and Marisha had to make that final death saving throw for Laudna. And she got a natural one. Oh my God. And it kills me. Yeah, Laudna died. And which meant that Laudna, Fern, and Orym all dead. And the Bell's Hells had some really tough calls to make. Sam was kind of early on trying to not metagame, but also sort of metagame his way into saving Fern first, because obviously as a druid she would have a Revivify up her sleeve, and she did. Matt kind of allowed it, saying that, oh, they should know each other well enough by now to kind of know what spells they all have, which is true. It was a good call. It was the tactical call to make. Unfortunately, it left Ashley with like the Sophie's choice of decisions to make, because she had to decide basically, you're going to save Orym or you're going to save Laudna. I thank God I've never been in this situation in any of my own home games, because it looked awful and no one wanted to speak up and like help Ashley with the decision, because obviously it's one of your friend's characters. You don't want to be responsible for them dying. I think Travis at one point, and maybe even Sam, had said, you know, Laudna has come back from death before, so maybe it's not the worst thing for her to remain dead right now and save Orym, who is, just an average dude, it seems. And from a character perspective, too, I think, it made sense for Fern to kind of be feeling this sort of agony over the decision, but it also makes sense for Fern to bring Orym back. They do have a much longer history, obviously traveling together as part of EXU. And yeah, I think she's just still closer to Orym at this point. So I think it just makes sense. It breaks my heart, though, because I love Laudna. She's such a good character. And of course, everyone is going to be thinking about, is there a way to bring her back? Is she going to be permanently dead? What can we do? Where can we go from here? And I have so many conflicted feelings about that, because I'm not sure, how they would do it. They don't really know many high-level magic users, at least it doesn't seem. I mean, lots of people on the internet have been throwing out like, oh, they should like go ask the Derolos, or Liam had even said, I could, we could talk to the Lord and Lady of Whitestone, or we could talk to Keyleth. And as much as I would love to get a cameo from campaign one characters, I also think the moment that any of those people find out that Laudna has been talking to Delilah Briarwood in her head, they would immediately refuse to bring Laudna back. So it seems like the wrong path to go on down. Now maybe Lord Esteros does know someone who could bring Laudna back, but I'm still kind of two minds about even going down that route. Obviously, on one hand, like I said before, I love Laudna. Of all of Marisha's characters, she's been my favorite. That like cheery goth girl thing, I'm all about it. I love it. On the other hand, from that storytelling perspective, I think deaths have to mean something. Because if you can just bring everyone back all the time, then, it really undermines the whole stakes of everything and it makes everything much less meaningful. So I don't know what the right call is. What do you guys think? Are you really hoping that Laudna can come back? Or are you saying, maybe this is the tough lesson that the Bells Hells needed to learn? And, in a way, Molly dying in campaign two really did cement the Mighty Nine. So maybe Laudna's death here can do the same. I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes from here. Of course, I'm feeling so badly for Marisha though. Just the look on her face, like that knowing glance that she exchanged with Matt as she like packed up her things and got up from the table. Anyway, I hope that the Bells Hells can kind of get their shit together and learn from this. And if they're able to save Laudna in a believable way, I'm all for it. Also, really curious. So, towards the end of the episode, Fresh Cut Grass had cast, I think it was Gentle Repose. Someone check me in the comments. I can't think of the name of the spell. But it basically like vacuum sealed her body's freshness for like 10 days, I think, so that it gives them more time to find like some kind of true resurrection spell to save her. But when they cast the spell, they sensed something being held off at the pass, I think was what Matt's words were. What the fuck was that? Please leave me all of your comments. I want to know. I was kind of operating under the assumption that Laudna was already slightly undead. I thought she was playing the Hollow One subclass. Is that right? Am I right or am I wrong? Again, let me know in the comments. What do you think was going on? Do you think Delilah was like trying to resurrect her from beyond the grave and like going to use her body as a meat puppet? Because I could totally see Delilah doing that. Yeah, I'm interested. I can't wait to see where they go from there. The rest of the episode was kind of a quiet one. I think this also must have been one of the shortest episodes of the season. You definitely got the impression towards the second half that everyone was kind of like emotionally spent and like not really able to fully engage in the game. Very glad though that they were able to get out of Bosserus without another firefight, because I don't think that they were in any way going to be able to face that kind of fight with the Paragon Call at this point. Thankfully, they got a message to Lord Estros because I think we're all worried that Daddy Estros is going to be dead by the time they make it back to Drusar. But at least now he has a little bit of a warning that this legendary warrior might be out to get him. Oh, God. Oh. Also, it was very interesting, now that I'm just saying that out loud, but Odahan Thule recognized Lord Estros's name. So I wonder what their history is. We always hear that Esteros is older. I guess maybe they fought in the wars together. I wonder. That's got to be something of a story there too. You guys, things are just kind of stacking up for for the Bells Hells. They've got some really hard choices to make. One thing I didn't quite catch, and I really would appreciate some dropping in the comments on this. When Ashton saw in his vision of his parents and some kind of ritual gone wrong, I kept seeing like random snatches of conversation on Twitter about people having theories about this. Tell me your theories. I was so tired by the end of this episode. I was not listening properly. So please, please put in the comments what you think is the whole deal with Ashton's backstory. Because you know Taliesin, he always comes up with something crazy unique. So this could be good. I'm excited for it. Well, I think that kind of wraps up the episode 34 recap here. As always, like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us to, keep the lights on over here. Comment with all of your theories, what you love, what you didn't love. Are you hoping for Laudna to come back or not? Did you think they should have brought Laudna back instead of Orym? I've seen that all over too. Tell me all your thoughts and feelings. We love talking to you. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.